Hey, hon, did you purge today?
You know, I actually did. I killed about 10 people, and, just wait for it, I went to Starbucks and I stole all of their Frappuccino liquid. So I'm pretty hyper. Grandma did too. Kind of mad about it though. There's nothing wrong with it, I just want my freaking coffee, okay?
Hey there, guys, what's up? It's Autobot Mike 18 here with a very special guest again.
I'm a sister.
That's right, my sister is back.
Yeah.
She was previously on the channel we reviewed My Big Factory Wedding 2 together, and we haven't seen a movie together in a while, so we have a new review for you. And obviously, anyone new tuning in, this is my girlfriend, Anna. She is here for another joint review.
I'm not a sister, I'm just joking. We look alike.
She's not. We've gotten that
My
before.
dog's here too.
Yes,
we're in my house.
Here. Yes,
so
we
if there's
are.
any random noises, it's just the ghosts.
No, we're downstairs in Anna's
He's
basement, and there's Gromit. Say hi, Gromit. Say hi, buddy.
Ow!
He's happy.
He's mad because I took away his treat.
And he didn't get to finish purging.
Ow!
He didn't get to finish purging today either. Anyway, guys, so we have a joint movie review today. Today we saw.
Okay.
Today we saw the Purge election year.
Yeah, the third Purge movie.
Third Purge movie. They've already made 2 of these. Yes, they have.
I don't know how.
First Purge came out, I think it was 2013. And then the second one, of Purge Anarchy, came out. I think was it a year later.
Yeah,
they released the Purge Anarchy. Now 2 years later, we have the Purge election year, and we'll sum up of course, guys, no spoilers or anything. I don't spoil. We'll keep our mouths silent about spoilers. But premise-wise goes, it's another Purge, essentially. That's the movie. No, I'm kidding. Basically,
that's the review.
That's it. And I'm gonna cut the camera now. No. So the Purge election year, it's been, I don't know how many years, maybe a few years or a year after the events of the Purge Anarchy.
They don't really make it clear, but you just kind of assume it's the same.
Yeah, and this time we're again focusing on the character of Leo, played by Frank Grillo, who was in the second Purge. He was the first time he was in the Purge series now, because this is becoming a whole series. This is probably going to become a big franchise. They're probably going to give us 3 or 4 more of these now. And he's back. This time, instead of going on a bloodlust trip to kill people, he is protecting a senator, played by Elizabeth Mitchell, I think is her name, who is running to become president, and she's basically supporting no more Purge. No more Purge.
Yeah.
Get rid of the Purge. It's the worst thing in the world. People are dying. The middle class and everything. It's severely affecting everybody, and it's time to do away with it.
Yeah, and the first shot of the movie is her backstory.
Yes.
I don't know, should we say it?
Yeah, we get a little glimpse that let's just say she's been personally affected by everything that's happened with the Purge.
You know, it was cool. So you'll see it. Anyways, so she was personally affected and she wants to end it. And people are like, haha, nope.
Nope, not gonna happen. There's a whole opposite, like, the other side that's running, the other party that's running.
It's a minister.
Yes, and he is obviously pro-Purge. We'll say pro-Purge. The new founding fathers legacy or whatever that agency.
It's like the NRFA.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like a makeup thing. Essentially, they just want to get back the senator, or they don't want the Purge to. They don't want her to win because then.
Yes, so their plan is to murder her on Purge night. And
well, that's not really revealed. It's just kind of like that they want to stop it. Essentially,
yes, they want to stop it.
There's kind of like a focus on like killing the lower class, which I was like.
Yeah, well, the Purge movies they've done that. They did that with the second one. They kind of hinted at that more. But yeah, the sole premise is following Frank Grillo as he's like the head of Elizabeth Mitchell's Secret Service detail or something, and he's protecting her. So yeah, that's essentially the Purge election year, and then like the Purge Anarchy, and we follow that main plot point. We're also following this other plot. We follow a few. A deli owner,
named Joe.
a deli employee, deli owner named Joe, a deli employee, and how they're trying to survive the Purge night.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like kind of like they did with the Purge Anarchy. Because the first Purge really just focused on Ethan Hawke and his family. And we stood in that one house. We'll talk about that another time. And the second Purge, we had like little factions of people. Like Frank Grillo, there was a couple.
Yeah, there was a couple and there was a family. Yeah.
And okay, so that's the Purge election year. Now, the first two Purge movies, just briefly, we won't talk long about the first one at all because we both agree that it wasn't that great. It was.
There's not really much to talk about it.
Yeah, it was. I remember being blown away when that trailer first debuted. I was like, "This movie looks amazing!" Like, I can't wait to see where they're gonna go with this.
Like the first trailer, the masks looked so scary. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the next." And I was like, it just looked really scary.
The next best like horror franchise,
And then after that, Ethan Hawke was in like every horror movie, like Sinister.
Yeah.
And I was just like, now I'm not
popping up all over the place.
I think it's Blumhouse Productions.
Yeah.
Who makes all these movies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, I don't have anything against Ethan Hawke, but I'm like, can you like, it just doesn't make it. You know, there's like a sense of like, I don't know how to say it, but relativity with some movies, like, oh, this could happen. But once Ethan Hawke's in everything, I'm like, this is fucking.
Yeah, I can say that about poor old Ethan Hawke.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, man. We have nothing against you.
Anyways, back to what we were talking
about. So the first Purge.
My anger got the best of me there.
Yeah, the first Purge, generic home invasion movie.
Yeah.
Purge Anarchy. I remember when I went and saw that back in 2014. I was like, this movie's probably gonna suck. Probably gonna be even worse than the first one. I wasn't expecting much at all. I was actually really surprised with Purge Anarchy. I thought it was a lot better than the first one. And I think it's because they took us out of one confined space, because it obviously didn't work with the first one, and it showed like a broader sense of
the city.
Like, yeah, and like who supports the Purge and who doesn't, and how bad it is to like the lower class and everything. So that's why I liked the second one. And it wasn't as much of like a horror jump scare fest like the first one was. It was a lot more actiony and a lot more like intense.
Yeah, it didn't look like
an action thriller. And I think that's where the Purge movies need to go. And getting into the Purge election year, I think they've sort of found this like action thriller as genre. They still do have moments where it's like, okay, we're gonna be a horror movie, we're gonna throw 3 or 4 jump scares in it just to, we gotta throw a scare in there every like 20 minutes. So there's that, but I still think they found their genre, and they know that they want to stray away from being like a straight up horror movie,
It's not a horror movie.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's, I'm sure most of you or some of you live in America, but as you know, we're going down. No, our election. This is our election year. We have Trump and Clinton.
Oh boy.
Which means
someone needs to purge them.
We're all moving. We're all going to Canada, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, but
which is like, why don't all these people do that in this movie?
I literally said in the I think the first
while
part,
we were watching the
movie.
We were
alone. We were like practically alone in the theater, and I was like, I would just move to Canada.
Yeah, just
anyways,
take a vacation for
so
3 days.
It's good. I think the timing of this movie is fantastic. I mean, they couldn't have known when they were making it that it would, like, the circumstances of Trump and Clinton and all that stuff. No offense to anyone who supports them. I mean,
of course.
You're kind of crazy. No, I'm joking. But anyways, I think it's good timing because, the trailers made it seem like the masks were based on, like, Trump or whatever. Or, just, like, America and how, like, it was, like...
Yeah.
They're really trying to get to the audience who was, like, pissed about it. Like, the
I see what...
election.
Yeah.
But, I think they... And it looked scary to me because I think the, I don't know, it's just... The trailers made it look a lot more horror movie than it was.
No, that's how the marketing was for the Purge Anarchy, and that's how the marketing was for this movie. They're marketing them as horror movies, they're really not. When you
rated R, I was like...
But there's obviously like blood and violence and all that, like what you saw. It's essentially the Purge Anarchy with maybe a little bit more blood and violence and crossbows going into heads and that too. God, let's get started on the screenwriting in this movie. No, the Purge election year. Here it is. This is not a great movie, okay, by any means. We watched this movie. We laughed out loud at it. It's one of those movies.
We're shocked and disbelief.
Oh,
That's some of the things that were in that movie.
Yes, there were. It's one of those movies. I would look at it as at that it's not so bad, like it's like in the middle between bad and meh, and you could just sit there, laugh at it, and have fun with it. You know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what this type of movie is. It's not any good movie. It's
I feel like it was never ending.
Yeah, I feel that.
There were so many parts where you thought it was gonna end there, but it was like, which I guess is a good thing in a way.
It went on for another beat. Yeah. I think our biggest problem with the movie as a whole was probably, would you say, the writing?
The writing was not good.
Yeah. There's a lot of, let me just say this much without giving much away. Not only are there too many characters that easily could have cut, I don't know, maybe a few characters out. For me, my biggest problem with the Purge Anarchy was that...
Anarchy?
The Purge Anarchy.
Oh, okay, I was like...
Yeah. My biggest problem with that movie was that they gave us Frank Grillo's plot point, and that was by far the most fascinating thing of that whole movie. And I felt they could have cut one of the other couples out of that movie, to make it shorter and make us focus on one specific character more. And I feel that that's sort of the problem with the Purge election year. I would have maybe cut out, I don't know, one of the deli characters. Not Joe or anything. I know you like Joe.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, you'll understand what you see. I think all three deli characters were okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not the old man.
Yeah.
Which you will see in the beginning. The old man.
Yeah.
He has one of the best and worst lines in the whole movie.
Oh, God, yeah. There's some stinkers
so
in this. There's some stinkers in this. There's some completely unnecessary profanity.
A lot of cliches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's just, it's like they're trying so hard. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, it's hard to explain without giving away. Like, I would love to just say, like, this happened.
And going off that, they're trying so hard. It's not just the writing that's not great. Some of the acting is not helping the screenplay at all. For example, without spoiling anything, I'm just going to call her the candy bar girl. But awful. Awful. I didn't know what I was watching, to be completely honest.
It was so unrealistic.
It was it was ridiculous.
This movie was unrealistic, but she was the worst.
Oh, yeah, of course. This is a movie. Yeah, it's a movie about people.
I just wanted to get up.
Mass killings.
I literally just wanted to get up and leave at that point. But I was like, nope, she's gonna die. I mean, I hope she would. I'm not gonna tell you if it happened or not.
I honestly, it's just one of those characters that you're like, why is that character? That was the character I would have cut out of the movie. Yeah, definitely. Just entirely, because not only because I hated them, but it was just like, why? Like, they're just fodder to die. Like, they're just setting up these characters. They're just
so they can get good kills.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was like, just, I don't know. But that character was atrocious. There's a few bad lines from other characters.
A few?
Couple,
a
lot. Oh yeah, there's a lot. Even Joe had some bad lines in there.
So the guy owns it.
Yeah, we don't know the names of these actors. Don't worry about it. You don't.
I feel like I like that section the most because I feel like the trailers were really focused on the senator who wanted to end the purge, which she's a big part of it. Yeah. And I thought it was a great storyline that she had suffered from it. She wants it, and then Frank Grillo, Leo had something to do with it too. Mm-hmm. Why, or something personal why he wanted to end the purge. But I really like the deli,
I will say that much. I wouldn't have cut them out because I feel that the movie did do a good job, especially the employee, Marcos. I thought they did a good job with his backstory.
And
and even the deli owner himself.
There's a lot of little things in this movie that come back later, which is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was nice, just because there was more of it kind of related to more of the audience, I guess, or you felt a stronger connection with them instead of just some senator. Yeah, I would say. Some dude with 20 guns or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, those characters are there, I guess, to sort of bring the human audience, the audience in general, our audience, to connect with them, because like you just said, you're not going to connect as well with a senator with power or with the Secret Service detail as you would with a deli owner or his employee who.
Yeah, because the first movie about this, Ethan Hawke, he's gonna come up a million times, and he was a rich guy and he had this big system and he was just like, okay, this is just this rich family and this rich neighborhood. Yeah. Last one was more, I think it's getting more and more I don't know. But anyways, I like that story. So. Yeah, I know it sounds like we've just been taking a dump on this movie, and we haven't. There's fun moments in the Purge election year. Definitely. There's we
some
laughed
great.
A lot.
Yeah, it's that again. It falls into that level of it's almost so bad it's funny, but there's fun action scenes in it. There's
some of the
good
shots
things
are
to watch.
really good.
The shots do look good. I always thought the camera work and everything was good for the most part.
Definitely. I think the masks and the costumes.
The masks and the costumes were really cool.
Very creepy.
I always enjoyed. This was something people had a problem with the Purge Anarchy and with I guess the Purge movies in general. What these movies are saying about like status quo and everything.
Yeah, that was definitely. I mean.
And I always feel that was like an important thing. Like I felt that's what gives that makes these movies distinct, sort of, from like just a regular like.
I told Michael this when we were watching. I was like, I feel like they're trying to like unite people from different classes and races, but they're doing it in like such a bad way.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I think that.
Because there's a big definition of like, you know, the lower class and, you know, just even race.
And how they're essentially getting screwed around
exactly,
by everybody who's
I don't know if we can say, but we were like in shock. One of the guys in the movie had like a Nazi symbol.
Oh yeah, that,
and they
not only did I think that was ridiculous as hell.
They had white power on the back of their. I was
yeah,
like, what?
white power,
like,
Confederate flag patches.
I was like, that's so unnecessary. And I was just, I mean, it's just like, why? Like we can. It's like that was. You'll see.
There's some ridiculous, and they're going heavy-handed into these topics of wealth and status in society.
But I think it's interesting how they kind of bring that up.
I think it is interestingly represented.
It was just kind of like the movie's sick. It's just disturbing. Of course, I just can't. Especially, it's kind of scary in this time of year because it's like, oh, you know, with this election, it's just like it's a good thing. I think that it came out, you know, when this whole frenzy is happening. You know, I don't know. In the other day, you know, Bernie Sanders, you know, supported Hillary Clinton, so that basically guarantees that Trump and Clinton are the two running for president. I can just see you.
I don't talk about politics much.
No, me either. But I'm just saying, like, you know, now it's like we're getting closer because November 4th is election day, and it's July. But I mean, it goes by fast. You know, now we're done with like the debates with tons of people. It's just too, you know. So I think it's very.
So yeah, I definitely feel that because this is the year we're electing a new president. This movie came out at a good time for that reason.
But then on the other hand, I think it's like.
At the same time, it's like
I don't know,
like a slap to the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like
it's like extreme. It's like over extreme in what it's trying to say. So
it's like there are just some dumb things in the movie that could have been avoided.
Exactly.
Like if they all just moved to Canada, we wouldn't have a movie.
We were saying that throughout the entire movie. Just go away. Go to Italy. Go to Paris for a week. Just don't stay in America.
Well, then I guess the lower class.
That's true. Yeah.
Because there are people from like Russia who came to America. Like, we want the Purge.
All the rich, like, all the rich who don't want to purge. Yeah, that was weird. All the rich.
I don't know why they came.
Just fly away for a week, and everyone who can't afford a flight ticket, just drive to Canada. Just drive somewhere. Walk. That's how you avoid the Purge. That's how you'd avoid these movies.
You spend a week just driving.
Exactly.
Anyways, back to the actual point. But what I was trying to say is that there's some parts that were so dumb, and I was just like, you don't need. This is so silly.
Yeah, I would say that's almost the best way to basically sum up the whole movie. It's really silly, dumb fun.
It's a good movie to watch with your friends. You know, if you're having a sleepover. You know, I mean, Michael and I like to watch this movie. If I'm bored, you know, we'd watch it at home. It's been great. You know. I mean,
it's nothing you need to rush out to the theater and go see.
When did it come out? Rented it pretty recently.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it's probably
it's not that old. But rent it, stream it online.
We'll spend our money for you.
Don't stream online. That's illegal. Rent it, Netflix it, whatever. Wait till it comes out on Blu-ray and rent it, or on demand. Yeah. It's nothing you need to rush out and see. It's nothing spectacular.
Wait till Michael does a blue. I doubt you get some Blu-ray.
I'm probably not gonna buy this on Blu-ray. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this movie again. But it was good. But at the same time, it's very bad. Yeah. So that's all we have to say about the Purge Anarchy. To give our grades, I am going to go Purge election year. I'm getting them. They're interchangeable.
This is why we're together.
This is why we're together.
No,
you helped me very much. So yeah, I am going to give the Purge election year a solid. I'm going to give it I'll go 7 out of 10, which on my scale is a C minus. Oh. It does sound high. I know my scale. My scale is like 7 out of 10 is like a C minus, which for me it's not that great. Don't really go see it. Rent it at the least. It's not a good movie by any means.
There are definitely some redeeming points in the movie.
There are.
I would agree with you. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Because there's this one line. And Michael knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's this one line in this movie that just repeats, and I literally wanted to stab myself in the face every time it happened.
It was perfect. But they did it again and again, so that's totally fun. It's that so bad. It's such a bad line, but it's so funny at the same time. And we can't repeat it on this channel for any virgin ears. Anyway, so there you have it, guys. That was our review for the Purge election year. As always, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys watching. Yes. Of course, leave your thoughts on the movie. If you've seen it, don't go see it in the theater. Rent it. Down below if you did see it. Come back in a few months and let me know what you thought of it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.